there. Let's take a look on our TV here. Just trying to get everything set up. If you guys are jumping in, I greatly appreciate it. Bear with me just a moment as I try to find my stream here on my TV. That way, oh, there it is. All right, cool. We're set to go. All righty, tidy. How is everybody out there today? Being on a Tuesday, it's kind of nice. Gonna get things started here early on in the week, but you know, I've been having a good time, just trying to work through some of these strategies that I've been implementing here at home, and I've actually been kind of toying with an idea to do on crapless. So we're gonna play crapless today and play around with a couple different ideas and see if we can't take a strategy like skill 66 and do it a little bit differently than what you would see on a craps table. Where on a craps table, you'll do the 5, 6, 8, 9. But on the crapless, I'm going to try the same skill 66, except I'm going to go 3, 6, 8, 11. We'll play with it and see how that comes out. That we'll do that. We'll do a couple of other methods. We're walking in today. I've got $1,000 here, and see if we can't try to spin it up, have some fun, talk some craps, and have a good time in general. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is we're going to go straight into that skill 66 that I was mentioning, and see if we can't got my $10 change, see if we can't make it work like we would on a regular craps table, just do it on different numbers. All right, so as we said, it'll be the 3, 6, 8, and 11. Make sure I get it on the right numbers. And then, of course, I got to cap the 6 and 8. And there we have 66 across. And we'll go with 15 on the pass line as well. I'm not going to do pass line odds unless I hit a 4 or a 10, just because I'm more comfortable with those two numbers. But that's how we're going to start. I've got my dice over here on the end. And we'll see if we can't make this work. Now, I got 2 6s, 2 3s, and a 2, so I'll grab the 2 6s. Just because typically on my come out, I do a 6-2, 6-2 die set. Let's go ahead and do our first toss, see what we get on the come out roll. We have a 3-1-4. Okay, cool. Hey, that started off well. Now, we're also going to implement what they do at the casinos, which is typically 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3 on the odds. And since we're on a 4, we can do up to 3 times, which is $75. I will definitely do that. Where did you get that idea from, I wonder? Hee hee. Hey, Skill, how you doing? Yeah, I got it from you specifically, but I've been wanting to kind of test it out just to see if we can make it work. And if so, is it translatable to the casino? So let's give her a spin. We've got our point set, which is a 4. Here comes our first roll. That's a 5-1-6. Okay, so we get paid $21. So there is 21. We will drop them $1, and we'll just jump these up to the next level. Thing you have to remember now is on the 3 and 11, you're going to have a VIG on those now that we're at the $20 level. Just something to keep in mind if you're going to try to do this on a crapless table. So there's our first hit. We're at 88 across. Let's set up our dice and throw them again. Next toss we get a 5-1-6. Nice. All right, so that's going to pay us $28. Let's bring this down. I'm going to wind up getting $6. Is it $6 back, I believe? Let me double check here. All right, so that's going to turn into a quarter on the 11. We got another quarter here on the 8. And let's see here. There's another one. Yep. It's all balanced out. And then that stays there. There we go. Now we have 110 across. Point is still 4. Let me remove that $1, put it in that rack. Let's see if we can get one more hit. Of course, I say that. I should have known better than to say that. Here comes our next toss. We get 9. Okay, that's fine. So far we've had 6, 6, and a 9. There we go. Let's take our next toss. Now, the big thing you're going to have to remember with this strategy, especially on a crapsless table, but it'll happen to you on a craps table at times too, is you definitely need to be patient. Don't go plugging those holes up too fast, especially when you're still involved in the hand. So we're just going to be patient. And if I see a number hit, let's say 2 times, and I don't have it covered, I will then cover it with a minimum 15. Here comes our next toss. That is a 3, 2, 5. That's our first time we've gotten the 5. So yeah, if we were doing the skill 66 on the inside like we normally would, we'd be out right now. But I'm not going to complain because, like I said, this is something that I want to see if I can get it to translate to this type of game. Next toss. We get a 5, 2. Okay, there's Big Red. All right, so what we learned there is we're still hitting those insides. We didn't hit a 3 or 11 one time. That's not to say you won't hit it, because you will at times. It's just, it's not going to come out as often, let's just say. But something to try. All right, well, that was interesting. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go to get it recouped. I'm going to go to a different strat. This is my 50 for 1 strategy that I put out in a video earlier this week. Was it this week or last week? No, it was yesterday, I believe. God, my days are running together. All right, so let me get this set up. This is basically to get it set up where you pay $1. Oh, hey, sir, I'm backstage. What's the code? Code? Roderick? Oh, no, Rod, I don't have it set up. I'm not doing crapsy tonight. We're just playing. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could set something up if you all want to follow along at home. Hold on a second. Let me grab my iPad. It's sitting right here. That was a good catch. Let's see. Let me unlock this. And then we'll go to crapsy. So yeah, if you guys want to grab your, if you have a crapsy account, I'm going to create a room. I'm going to put it in the live room. And that way we can, if you guys want to play along as I'm rolling, you're more than welcome to it. Let's see here. I don't know how to do this. Group. Open new group. Okay, we're going to do it. We'll do KC Craps. All right, so if you go into your crapsy, go into groups. I'm doing crapless. Let's see here. Crapless payout mode. Yeah, there we go. I just made a generic table, but there you go if you guys want to join. Okay, the code, it is F3W8N7. So there's the crapsy. If you guys want to jump in, I've got it all set up. Where were we? Oh, yeah, we're on the come out. I need to finish getting this set up. I apologize. Roderick, hopefully you got the code. Yeah, that should be the code from the group that I just gave. All right, so let's finish setting this up. It's 30 on the 5 and 9, and then it's 36 on the 6 and 8. And I also need, I gave them 150, so I need 18 back. Because it's 132 on the inside. All right, there we go. We are set up to go. Oh, you want me to say it again? Okay, I got you. Let's see here. The code. It is Franklin 3, William 8, Neighbor 7. I spelled that out phonetically. Franklin 3, William 8, Neighbor 7. Okay. Uh, Let me finish clearing that off. We're set to go. The button is off. Let's do a come out roll, shall we? Yep, there it is. Franklin 3, William 8, Neighbor 7. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll give you guys just a minute or two more, and then I'll start this up and go dice out, all that kind of fun stuff. Let you guys get into the room, get your bets placed. We're on the come out, very beginning. First roll on this. All right, here we go. No more bets. We're on the come out. 6262. We get. There is a front line winner. Oh, I forgot my front line. It's supposed to be a quarter. All right. Front line, I get a quarter. I will put that in the rack. We'll take that. I'm not playing any bonuses, so I'm okay there. Yeah, we just keep on rolling again because nothing exciting. All right, next toss on the come out roll. We get a 1, 2, 3. That sets our point. We aren't punished by that, which is kind of nice. Security. All right, here we go. So we're looking for a 5, 6, 8, 9. So obviously we're going to change our dice set from a 6, 2, 6, 2. We're going to go to a 3, 5, 3, 1 because I want to aim for the inside numbers. Hot Rod will tell you I made a believer out of him last night. Here comes our first toss, looking for an inside number. We get a 4, 3, 7. Okay, that's a PSO. Let me see here. I'm going to drop a quarter there. I'm going to drop 150 here. Take $18 change. I'm basically just resetting this up again without having to take it down and put it right back up. All right, there we go. We are all set. Let's go again. Buttons off. Secured. You're cracking me up. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go with the 555. I like how that dice flew. So I'm gonna go with a minimal amount on the ATS, and we can get started here. Oh yeah. I don't know how to do all this, but here comes our next roll on the come out. 6262. We get a 415. 415. That is our come out roll of 415. Okay, let's mark that point. Let's hit that a couple more times. I'd be all right with that. Yeah, somebody's just putting stuff in, so I don't know what to do. Yeah, I apologize. I've not tried to run a group on Crapsy, Rod. All right, here we go. Dice set 3, 5, 3, 1. Let's get an inside hit. First toss we get is a 1, 2, 3. That just marks the board. Doesn't hurt us. We'll take it, though, for the small side. In Crapsy, you have a choice in the setup of your table to manually put the rolls in. Oh, okay. Thanks, Skill. Yeah, I've never tried doing it before. I probably should have looked into it before I just willy-nilly jumped in. Next toss. We have a hard 10. That was pretty. Big Ben down on the end. 10. Okay. So remember, when you are playing a strategy, do not deviate. Stay with it. You can punish yourself if you deviate from your strategy that you're trying to implement. Next toss, we get another 1, 2, 3. That's a repeater. Ace, deuce. Not going to say it. Not going to say it, Rod. Going back, staying at the 3, 5, 3, 1 because we want an inside number. Next toss is a 1, 3, 4. Where were those 2 3s and that 11 on the previous roll? We could have used that when we were trying that skill 66 there. 3, 5, 3, 1. We're staying with the fun. Here's our next toss. Oh, pretty throw. 4, 2, 6. Okay, so this is going to pay us $42. 25, 40, and 2. Now, we're going to press 40 of it. So I'm going to go like this, grab 5 nickels. I'm going to rack the 2. We're going to take 20 of this, put it on the 10, 20 of this, put it on the 4, and stop. Stay the course, 1,000 points of light. Not going to do it. All right, Skill. Hit that like button if you all think Skill is a little on the cuckoo side. I'd hit it right now, but I'm getting ready to throw the dice. Here's our next toss. Now, I'm actually changing to a 3, 5, 1, 5 now that I have a 4 and 10. Next toss we get. Pretty throw. A 6, 3, 9. Neener. Looking just fine. All right. So that will pay us, again, $42. 40 and 2. Now what you will do is you'll simply just press everything $5. Except for the 6 and 8, you will have to essentially press those 6 each. Just FYI. All right. Let's see. There is 5 nickels. So we're going to put a nickel on everything. I get $10 back. And these outsides go to quarters. And now you simply stop. No more pressure. No more funny money games. You just sit back, sip on your pina colada or whatever your adult beverage of choice is, and rake it in. Next toss. 5, 6 yo. Okay, so we don't get paid on the yo, but it does help us because we can knock that out on the ATS. Any of those numbers we got on the table? Let's hit one. 3, 5, 1, 5 is our dice set. Here comes our next toss. There is a hard 10. We'll drop them $1. We get 50. And I will just rack it. That's it. We're just going to hang out. I'm going to throw some dice for a little bit, rack up on some chips. How was your all's day? I had a really busy day at work, but we got through it. It's Tuesday, but hey, hump day tomorrow, right? Next toss, there is a 2, 6, easy 8. Boys and girls, we are looking for a midnight train, as our good friend Rod would say. 8, we drop them $1 because that pays 49. We take 50, put the $1 here, put the 50 in the rack, go on to the next throw. Simple as this. I was trying to show this to Rodney last night. We couldn't get it to work there towards the end of the evening, but I'm glad Hot Rod's on here so you can see this in action. It's a beautiful system. Next toss. It's a little expensive to get started. There's easy 8 again. Yawn. Here's a $1. Yeah, throw me 50. Okay, cool. We keep on racking. It's not very exciting, but if you can get a little bit of a roll going, or catch somebody who's on a bit of a roll, it will add up fast. I heard that goes to Georgia. Yes, it does, as a matter of fact. That midnight train does go to Georgia. 3, 5, 1, 5. 4s and 10s. Give me a big bend down on the end. A hard 4 will work just as fine. We're on time for another 1 for 50. Simple. What do you think, Rod? You like this? Especially if you can catch a bit of a roller? Rodney, Hot Rod and I were doing some testing on Crapsy last night and just practicing our throws, discussing philosophies and whatnot. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to set up Crapsy. We're going to play on Crapsy as we throw. I was like, okay, cool. Set it up. That's a Yo 5-6 in the mix. And so I started off with the throw. No joke. I had a 40 count roll to start the night. It was pretty insane. It was pretty too. I had a lot of repeaters. I only hit a couple points, but man, I was just banging numbers. I think my big number I was hitting was that 5. Next toss. Hard 4. Yes, I'll take $50 more. Thank you very much. I mean, who wouldn't do this all night? Just give the dealers $1. They give you 50. I'll take that trade every day of the week. So, yeah. So him and I got together. We really discussed philosophies because I'm a bit more of an aggressive player where he's a bit more of a passive player. That's a 2-3-5. Yeah, same thing. That pays 50 for 1. That's the point. I get another quarter down there. So I make $75. At this moment, I have currently gotten 100, 200, 300 and a quarter plus another $11. So we are clearly out of this hand. So now I'm going to grab 100 because we started with 132 with this. So I'm going to just take $100. I'm going to stick a quarter on each of those and I'm done. I'm not putting any more. Passive, can you clarify? So what he does is he likes to have his bets up on the table, maybe a little bit less than what I would do, which is fine because he has his strategy that he likes to use. He'll go out for about 3 or 4 rolls and then turn all his bets off and just wait until the end of the roll. That's it. He gets his money that he has on the table, turns off his bets, and waits for the next roller. Or, yeah, for when the 7 hits. And I believe that even happens, he'll come back in even if it's a come out 7, he'll then come back in. All right, we're on the come out. 6262. I would like aces in both places or even a midnight train. We have a 4-1-5. Okay, I'm not going to complain. We'll take that 5. Mark our point. So him and I have been kind of talking a little bit because I'm trying to take some keys and points from him. Whereas he's looking to me for some of the ways that I play and see if he can't adapt it to his game in a way that he is comfortable with, which I think is fantastic. That's the only way we can learn really when we're playing any kind of game is to learn off of each other and get better. Next toss. 6-4, easy 10, 1 for 50. There's 1. They pay me 50. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, already got half of what I just put back on the table, back in the rack. Let's do another toss. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and anybody that's watching, on Crapless, on the 2, 3, 11, and 12, I believe the VIG on those are $2 for every 20 that you bet. Can someone confirm that for me? Because I believe that's right. All right, here is our next toss. We get a 2-3-5. No, that is not correct, Skill. Okay. I thought it was. I'm glad I didn't assert that. All right, 5. Yep, again. Give him $1. Collect the 50. Nothing exciting, but hey, I now have everything covered, even the additional $100 that I put on the table. The VIG is always 5%. Okay, and that's what I thought. Okay, that's fair. All right, next toss. 3-5-1-5 is what my dice set is. Let's throw them down. We have a 6-5 Yo 11 to be exact. There we are. All right, so we've got a quarter on it. I'm going to toss them one. They're going to pay me 75. I'm going to rack it. I'm not going to do any pressing. We're just going to see how far this goes. Figure's always 5%. That means every 20 has a $1. Yep. That's what I thought. Again, it's one of those things that I wanted to confirm because I thought it was for one, but I thought I saw somebody else doing two. And so, yeah. Perfect. 3515. We'll take another yo, or hey, even a midnight or aces in both places. There's a 246. All right, that's the last easy number to get. The only thing we're missing is aces in boxcars. 6. We give them $1. They pay us 50. We move on. Now, I've played this system a couple times, mostly in testing, and I've often thought that if I can get a full stack of green, which is $500, I might start pressing then, just because I'd be way up in the hand. It's whatever you're comfortable with. If you're fine just taking the passive income, take the passive income. Next toss. Okay, that's a leaner. They're going to call that a 314. This 3 is leaning on the mat. So that's a 4. Again, we'll drop them $1. We'll take 50. And that now gives us $500 there that we have in the rack. So we're not quite up $500 on the hand because remember, we started with 132. So we're up $378. We'll keep on rolling. I'm now going to start hunting for the aces and boxcars. So if we crap out here, I don't care. We're up good. Actually, you know what? Turn my bets off. My bets are off. I think that's the smartest move right there because I'm changing my die set back to a 6-2-6-2, and I don't want to get hammered in case of big red. 6-2 easy 8. I'm going to hold off one more roll. Anytime that you are playing at a casino, I heard the greatest piece of advice from a dealer. If you turn off for 1, make it 2. So 2 rolls, you stay off. Next toss. That is a hard 10, big bend down on the end. We're turning our bets back on. Next toss. I'm staying with that 6-2-6-2. Here comes our throw. Looking for aces in both places or that midnight train. And that's a hard 8. I don't know if I should start playing some hard ways. All right, guys. What do you think? Should I put some money on hard ways? 1 for 50. We'll just rack it. Oh, yeah, I still got to make up for what I lost out on that first hand. So I was down additional $200 from the first roll. Plus, we busted on the skill 66, so we're down a little bit, but we're making a nice bounce back. I don't see anybody talking. Do you guys want to see some hard ways bets? Should I stay off of them? Next toss. That's a 6-2 easy 8. Again, 1 for 50. I kind of disagree with the complete passive thing, which is same betting. I suggest at minimum press on unit, which is 5 or 6. Yeah. And that's kind of how I had described it to him. Even though you're not aggressively raising your bets, when we were practicing last night, one of the things I was like, hey, every hit I get, I add $5 across the table. Or every hit I get, I would add a $5 or $6 to whatever that number is, just every roll, and then collect the rest of it. You're still making money, but you're still pressing. So if you start hitting a repeater, man, I tell you what, it's a great thing. Next toss. Come on, aces. 4-1-5. That's the point. 1 for 50. Plus, I get a quarter on the pass line. I'm going to go ahead and add a quarter to that pass line. So now it's 50 every time. Turn the puck off. Got our dice. We're still looking for that midnight train and aces. 1 unit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're talking about your type. Yeah, 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 yeah. 6262 is our die set. But I will say something about his method of playing. He leaves even or up every time he goes to the casino because he is so passive. That's a yo 11. Yo. 5-6 in the mix. Let's see if we can't get that box cars. I'd like it. Here comes our next toss. Setting up with a 6-2-6-2. We get a 5-4 Neener. 5-4-9. Beyond time. There we go. 9. We give them $1. They give us $50. We say thank you very much and keep moving. With this strategy though, I like this strategy if I'm gonna go out and hang out with a bunch of friends, and if I catch one roller and I'm just every roll, I'm making $50. I'm okay with it. It's a good time to hang out with friends. It's a great strategy. That's a 5-1-6. Again, $1 for 50. It's not aggressive, except for the very beginning. If you can get past the beginning and start collecting your chips, you have to get your bets up to where you can get it at $50 per roll. And then once you get to that point, you got to have 3 rolls to recoup what you had on the table and you're set to go. Next toss. Oh, pretty roll. 6-3 Neener. We'll give him $1. Get 50. Guys, I can't advocate for this system enough. I mean, one good roll and you can see what we can do. The goal is to get out of the hand ASAP so after that is reached, he can then regress to table minimum instead of being so passive and turning his bets off. No, agreed, skill. But again, I'm not going to tell him what he is doing is wrong for the simple fact that that is what he is comfortable with. If he's making money at the level that he is comfortable with, then by all means, he should do that. But at the same time, he should also not be afraid to try to extend himself every couple of hands, especially like if we get like a 20 roll, clearly got his money out, was able to reset, and then press up big again. You gotta do it, especially if you're wanting to make some of that bigger money. But more importantly, you got to make sure you have your exit strategy set up and you follow through with it. Next roll. Our toss is a 5-4 Neener. We pay them $1. We get 50. So yeah, what he is doing, I think he is right to do because that is what he is comfortable with. I just think he has the opportunity to take more money off of the table from the casino if he is able to reach himself past his comfortable level of turning off his bets after he's pulled his original money off the table. Next toss. Because essentially he's looking to double up his roll every time. That's a 2-3-5. Staying alive. Because then he'll have what he initially had on the table plus the amount in his rack. So he doubled his money and then he turns his bets off. And again, that's not a bad way to go about it. It's just there's room for opportunity to grow. Next toss, looking for aces in both places or a 12. We get a 4-2-6 easy. Man, and I'm even setting up for the box cars and aces, but whoo, tell you what, we're pounding the heck out of those inside numbers. I'm going to go change to a 3-5-1-5 just to spice it up a little bit. Here we go. Next toss. A 2-3-5. Staying alive. Okay, so that's now $1,000 just playing passively. We just happened to catch a good roll. Now, could I have made more money on this roll than what I am currently? Yes, but at the same time, You never know when that kind of roll comes up. Yes, I could switch right now and start pressing, but why? Let's just finish off this roll and see if we can't hit those ATSs. We need boxcars and aces. There's a 5-3 easy 8. And I'm not saying what you're saying skill is wrong by any means. Please don't think I am. Because I definitely see the validity to both sides of that statement, whether being too aggressive or not aggressive enough. You're really not wrong unless you get pinched by Big Red. Next toss. Oh, pretty throw. That's a 6-3 neener. 1 for 50. They're going to have to get another stack of green chips for me. I'd be okay with that. Trying to hit that ATS. All right, so we're going 6-2, 6-2. Our next toss we get, come on, aces. 6-4, easy 10. Big Ben. So I got this strategy off of, who did I get this? Jeremy from Color Up. I saw that 1 for 50. He said that he had a viewer who actually recommended this system to it, and he did like a little test video with it, and it looked pretty darn interesting. And so I was like, well, we got to test that. And this essentially is the same system, just scaled up to a crapless table. Next toss. Ooh, that was pretty, and that was a big red. All right, we missed out on the ATS bonus, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with that roll, all said and told. That was a great roll. I don't even know how many rolls it was. I just know, yeah, it was pretty. It had to be quite a few because I got through almost 20 whites there. I got more than 20 whites. As long as he's winning, nothing wrong with that. No, agree completely. So there's 1,000. 1,150, 1,160 is what we got on that hand. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We'll take 1,160. I'm not upset with that in any way, shape, or form. That one roll up over $1,000 already. Yeah. I really can't complain because that's 500. That's 600. Here is another 75. So that's 675, 678, 1678. So almost 700 over where we started. And that's including the PSO that we had just before that roll and the the 3SO on the skill 66 that we started on with the 3 and 11. So that's a nice bounce back. So we had 6681, and then we had, what did we have on the other one? It was 132 plus 25. So that's 157. So yeah, we were down almost $250. And now we're back up to almost $700 on top of where we started. Not bad. Really not. Okay, so now that we've gotten some money to play with, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push the envelope. We're going to go 330 inside. This is a system that I like to use. And it's a pretty simple system. 330 to start. First hit, you'll regress down to 220. Take 2 hits, spread to 160 between the 4 and 10, and you're out of the hand. Let's grab these dice. Oh, you know what? Let's play the ATS again. We got pretty darn close on it last time. I'm going to play 5, 10, 5. 5, 10, 5. Yeah, I'm nice and loose. Here we go. Here is our come out roll. Box cars. Of course we get box cars. Of course we get box cars. We needed box cars on the last roll. Holy cow. Man, that stinks. We were one roll away. All right, so we got the boxcars marked. Let's now aim for some inside numbers. We want to get a couple of hits here and then move into some fun stuff. Here we go. Next roll. We get a 5-4 neener. I like it. We're looking pretty. Man, these dice are flying true tonight. All right, so the 9, that is going to pay us 105. We're going to rack that. And then we're going to regress down 1 unit. 1 unit of quarter, I guess I should say. 1/4 unit. And then we'll go like that. Okay. I had shorted myself on the 6 and 8. All right, so that can go right there. Okay, next roll. Is that more aggressive than the wise guys? Yes, because you need 3 hits confirmed to get out of the hand versus the wise guy strategy where you can get out in 2 or 3 hits. So yeah, it's 1 roll more aggressive. 3-5-1-5 or 3-5-3-1, excuse me, since we're going inside. Here is our next toss. We have a 2-4-6 in the mix. Let's toss those down. And that is going to pay us 60, pays us 70. We're going to rack that. And then we'll grab our die. Oh, dice are already down here. All right, let's get one more. 3-5-3-1. Here's our next toss. A 3-1-4. That doesn't help us right now because we don't have anything on the 4, but we will take it. Man, my phone is giving me a really nice, clean picture tonight. I'm really excited about that. 3-5-3-1. Here's our next toss. That is a 2-3-5. Staying alive with it. There we go. So now that is going to pay us $70. All right, so let's set it up for 160 across now. And I'll show you how much we take off of the table. So this is, we started off with 330 on the inside. So there's 100, there is 200, there is 300, 25, and 30. So I've got $90 and I'm out of the hand. So even if I had more on my pass line, I was okay. So yeah, we're out of the hand and now we can freely do what we want to do and see if we can't spin it up. I've got 160 across. I don't have my 3 and 11 covered just yet. We could probably cover that as we go, but we'll just see how it goes. And yeah, have some fun with it. Just making sure you don't forget about the wise guys. Oh no, I haven't forgot about it. But again, with this, I'm testing different types of strategies that I would want to bring to a craftless table. So that's on my list to do. But yeah, I think more than likely anything that we look at playing crapless, it really doesn't matter. It's the same thing, just 4 more spaces. Next toss. It just hurts when they hit and you don't have any money on it. Like that. Boxcars. Holy smokes, that was a pretty throw. All right, so that's the point. We'll get paid only a quarter for that, which kind of hurts, but you know what? I wasn't going to put any money on the pass line odds for boxcars. Let's do our next come out roll. 6-2-6-2 is what we have. We'd like to see a yo or a 2 or a 3 here. Next roll. Come on, give it to me. 6-1, frontline winner. That's going to reset our bets. I had $20 up here. I've got $25 there. So I take a nickel back because I'm going to stay up here on, I'm going to stay up on the ATS. Yes, that was a frontline winner with a 5-1 or 6-1, excuse me. Next toss, staying with the 6-2. 6-2. Here we are. That is another frontline winner. 6-1. I'm still only going to make a nickel. That's okay. I'm going to put another quarter up there so that I at least get a little bit of money for my effort. Let's roll again. Winner! Winner, winner, chicken dinner, he says. All right, 6-2, 6-2. Here is our toss. Oh, that was pretty. 5-2. Wow, again. All right, well, I got a little bit more money this time. I get $30. So I'll just rack it. That's 3 in a row. Don't be working my come outs, apparently. Not tonight, at least. Next toss, we get... come on. 5-4 neener. We'll take it. We'll mark that 9. Move our dice. Point is 9. Let's see if we can't hit some of those outside numbers now. I'm going to go ahead and aim for 4s and 10s. Here is our first throw. We get a 5-3 easy 8. That was pretty. All right, so the 8 is going to pay us 35. I'm going to go ahead and power press it up to 90. I just want my inside numbers to fuel my outside numbers. And once I get to the $100 level, that's where I want it to start fueling me. So I won't be pressing that number anymore. Next roll. 6-1. All right, that's fine. We still left in Profitsville. Not by much, but we still did. So let's see how much we finish off with on this roll. There's 200, 350, 375, 400, and $30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. That is a positive roll because we started with 330. So we made $100. I'm okay with that. I don't know about you. I'm okay with that. All right, let's rack those reds. We'll take the black chip. And it looks like we're full on green too, but I don't want to mess with that. Okay, let's try that wise guy strategy that would Skill is saying. So the wise guy strategy is the strategy that we use on a $25 table where you are required to have $25 as your minimum bet. This will work on craps or crapless, just FYI. But the thing to remember is it's $200 to play it. Actually, technically, $198. We'll be kicking them some money in here in a little bit. But yeah, I'll explain it. So on the inside, you start off with $54 on the 6 and 8, and then $45 on the 5 and 9. Let me get my $2 change. That's it. That's how we start. So we've got our dice down here on the in. Start off with a 6-2, 6-2 come out roll. Here we go. We have a 4-1-5 to start. No, I did not play the bonus this round. I figured we'll just focus on here in the middle. Or stay off of the middle, I guess I should say. 5 is the point. Next roll, any of those will pay us 63 on the first hit. 3-5-3-1. That's what I'm switching to now since I'm aiming inside. We get a big red. Ah! Dang it. All right. Let's just do this. I'm going to drop them 200. I get $2 back. Drop them an extra quarter for the pass sign. We'll just pretend that never happened and try again. That's a blow in the bankroll. Let's try it again. Nothing for the bonus. Got our dice set. Let's go on the come out roll. We get a 5-2 frontline winner. That pays us a quarter. Since we're playing crapless, I'm just going to piggyback it. Parlay it, I guess I should say. Bump it up to 50. Next toss, staying with that 6-2, 6-2. We get hard 10. Big bend down on the end. That was a great looking throw, right on axis. Now we're going to aim for one of our inside numbers. And like I was trying to tell you earlier before Big Red decided to come party with us, first hit is going to pay you $63. So let's get one right here. We have a 5-3 easy 8 that pays, like I said, $63. Now you need to drop $3. Okay. We'll take this one, turn those into nickels. Your whites will then cover the outside reds, bring them inside, make the outside 60, and the inside here will be 96. Or no, I'm sorry, 60 and 72. 60 for the 5 and 9, 72 for the 6 and 8. Yeah. Let's move to our next roll. Staying with that 3-5-1-5. Or excuse me, 3-5-3-1. Next toss. We get a 4-2-6. Now, here is the beautiful thing about this strategy. Okay, so that pays us $84. Now, if I was to regress to 110 across, I get to pocket $40 right here. And we're fresh off the table. Or I can drop them $4 and we can press it up again. And it'll press up to 80 on the outsides, 5 and 9, 96 on the inside. Okay, so there's 10. And then get one more quarter. And then that goes there and there. So the outsides are now $80. The insides are now $96. Let's roll again. This next hit will pay $112. 3-5-3-1 for our next roll. We get 6-2 easy 8 pays us $112. Now, this is the reason that I like to take that third step if I'm feeling good about the roll, because I can regress all of this down to 160 across and I'm still paid for. I'll show you. There's 100, 250, 304. Awesome. We are off the table. Now we can play freely, which we will do. Drum roll. All right, so we're going to move to a 3-5-1-5, and let's have some fun. Next toss, we get, I'd love to hit that 10 right about now, just to start fresh. 5-1-6 in the mix. That's 30. I'm going to make it $90. Next toss. 3-5-1-5. Staying with that set. Our next roll. That's a hard 8. Pretty. We're going to drop them a quarter. We're going to take that 8 up to 90, and we're going to stop right there. So 6 and 8 are done being pressed. Next roll. Staying with the 3-5-1-5. Here we go. That's a 2-3-5. Grab these dice. So that pays us $35. I'm just going to drop them a quarter and rack the 10. Yes, I know I'm putting extra quarters out here. Deal with it. I'm being aggressive. I apologize. I shouldn't, but I am. Next toss. That's a 1, 2, 3. We don't have anything on it, though, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still kind of cool to see. Let's go for our next throw. I know you all are out there yelling at me, quit power pressing your bets. You're going to hurt yourself in the end. Oh, you guys were right. Big red, 2-5. Cinco dos, adios. Oh, you guys were right. I shouldn't have power pressed. It was fun. I'm waiting for Skill to be like, I told you so. I told you so. It was still a nice little run. We could have made a little bit more money off of that, but we didn't. Okay, so I want to go back to that Skill 66 that we were trying there at the beginning. 3, 6, 8, 9, or excuse me, 3, 6, 8, 11 is what they're going to be placed on. Oh, I need 2 more ones. Drop them a nickel. There we go. All right, so the objective is, when we're talking about dice setup, when I'm aiming for the 5, 6, 8, 9, I go with a 3, 5, 3, 1 type of set. I'm trying to see if you guys can see this okay on the screen, because I know I have a little bit of a glare. Let me bring it back here. Does that work any better for you? So I start on a 3, 5, 3, 1. Okay, cool. You can see it better. All right. So that means that there are 3s on the top. I've got a 5, 1 on the back. On the bottom is going to be a hard 8. And on the front, it'll be a 6, 2, 8. And this dice set is used to typically hunt for 6s and 8s, as you saw. But while the dice are rolling, there's a 4, there's a 7, and there's a 9 back to the 6. But if I go like this, there's a yo, there's a hard 8, there's a 3. So there you go. That's why we tried the 3 and the 11 mixed in with this. Because if we're aiming for 6s and 8s, our dice set goes specifically towards that, but you can randomly get a 3 and 11 off of it. It's worth a try. So now that I've gone through the long-winded explanation of that, let's do the come out roll and see what we can get. Oh, I need 15 on the pass line. It will be there when I get down there. First throw we have, that's an 8. That's the dice that I was throwing. 3, 5, 3, 1. We get the 8 right there at the beginning. I told you I was going to put 15 on the pass. There we are. Grab these dice, and let's throw again. Same dice set. 3, 5, 3, 1 is what we're going with. Next toss. The hard 10. I'm okay with that. Wait, 3, 5, 1. Yeah, we're okay with that. That worked out. No, 3, 5, 3, 1. So no, the die was off a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Next toss. That is a 4, 5, 9. Again, don't have it, but stay patient. Do not overextend yourself. Power press, power press. Sorry, I had something in my throat there. 3, 5, 3, 1. Here we go. Next toss we get. That was a weird kiss, but hey, look at that. 1, 2, 3. That pays us $45. So there's 15, 30, and 45. All right, so when we go to do that, you go to simply 88, and then it goes to 110. I need $4. There's $1. We're just going to crank it all the way up to 110 on those 4 numbers. I think that's viable. I don't see that as a problem to do it that way. What do you think, Skill? You like that? Let's do our next roll. I mean, I jumped a step, but it's what the casino gave me. 3, 5, 3, 1 is our dice set. Next toss. Gives me a 6, 4, 10. Oh, that's my dollar I need to put back in my rack. So that doesn't help or hurt. No big deal. We'll just roll again. Stay with that same die. You know, like I was saying, you need to stay patient because honestly, the power pressing that I did on that last throw shouldn't have happened. Hey, yo! Awesome! Okay, so now we are out of this hand. That was a yo, I promise you. There is that. All right, so I've got a quarter. I need to drop them $1. That pays me $75. So I'm going to take that 75. I'm going to go ahead and move my bets into 5 and 9 and rack this 75 because we started with 66. So I'm already up. Oh, wait a minute. That was my VIG. Doo-doo. So yeah, I'm up $9. I'll just leave it like that. It's okay. You're not bringing anything to the rack. Cough, cough. Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, you and I both know Skill, and anybody that's played craps knows you're on a clock. And so if you can get your money off the table faster, just like I did, may as well. All right, next toss. Granted, it's no guarantee. We get a 6, 4 easy 10. We'll just leave it alone. I'm super tempted to stick a quarter on it because we've hit 10 3 times, but I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Next throw. Come on, let's hit one of those insides. That's a hard 4. That is not one of the numbers we were looking for, but we'll take it. Okay, next throw. 3, 5, 3, 1. Here's our toss. That's a 3, 1, 4. That's twice we've hit that 4 now. You know what? Nope. Not going to do it. Nope. Somebody slap my hand, please. Next throw. A 3, 5. Easy 8. That's the point. All right, so there's 15 down there. This is going to pay us 35. Turn the puck off. Move the quarter to the 10. I'm still racking a quarter. Still racking $25. I think that's okay. What do you guys think? Skill's going to be like, you should have racked it all. Should have put it all into the rack. 6-2, 6-2 on our come out roll. Here we go. Three, 4 frontline winner. Resets the counter. We don't care. We weren't playing it. We get 15. I'm going to go ahead and bump it up to a quarter and rack the 5. I think it's okay to go ahead and press that up a little bit. I use the casino's money. Now you can do it. Oh, now I can do it, he says. Wow. Yeah, of course you can do it. You're out of the hand. Next toss. On the come out roll, we get a 5, 1, 6. Mark the point a 6. I'm going to take that 6. I'm going to cover my 4 and take the nickel, put it back in my rack. I want that 4 covered because I'm going to start hunting those 4s and 10s. See if we can't go sniping a little bit. 3, 5, 1, 5 is our set and our throw. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't help or hurt. No. I'm not going to put a quarter on it. No, I'm not going to put 15 on it. It's going to stay just like that. Not until I get more money. 3, 5, 1, 5. Here's our next throw. That's a 2, 4, 6, and that, folks, is the point. I'm going to stick that quarter and put the nickel right back on it. Turn the puck off. Now I've got all my numbers covered, thanks to the casino. Let's move back to that 6-2, 6-2 for the come out. Our next throw. We have a frontline winner. 4-3, big red. All right, let's get our quarter. Racket. Next toss. I've got a little over $100 that I've racked this hand, so I probably should try to get some more in. Next throw on the come out roll. We have a 1, 2, 3. That's the point. I know Rodney would be like, hey, I had 5 on the... Yeah, right. I had 5 on the horn. I just made it. 3, 5, 1, 5. I know, I'm being disciplined. I'm trying to be. Next toss. That's a 6-2 easy 8. That is going to pay us $35. I'm just going to take it up to 60, and I'm going to rack the 5. Not going to power press this time for the simple fact I don't have much in my rack from this specific roll, so I just leave it alone. Staying with that 3, 5, 3, 1. 3, 5, 1, 5. Let's get a 4 or a 10, please. And big red, 5, 2. Okay. I knew that was coming too. The way when I let go of that throw, it did not feel good. And that's okay. That's gonna happen from time to time. No big deal. All right, so let's see where we finished off at. There's 100, 200, 300, 400, and a quarter, 5 and a quarter. There's 50, 93. 1593 is what we finished off at tonight. So we made just under $600 on the night. That's 1 hour's worth of play. I can't complain. I'd be okay walking home with a $600 profit after playing for only an hour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your time here. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, thumbs up on the video. Really appreciate all the likes. The comments that I've been getting have been fantastic. Please have them keep coming in. We've got a video coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow's video... No, I think tomorrow's video is the 50 for 1. So that'll be out tomorrow. You'll get a full breakdown on how I did it. And then for Friday's video, I don't actually have it recorded just yet. There's 2 ideas that I'm playing with. So I'll get that recorded either tonight or tomorrow. And then Sunday's video, I think I'm going to look to do like a Let's Play. Just kick back, have some fun before the football starts. And just have some fun. Enjoy each other's company. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and split out of here. Thank you very much for coming in and watching. Hopefully you guys were entertained. I'll talk to you guys next time. This is Bob signing off for KC Craps.